Hello you lot, good afternoon. Now this is like at the bottom half of a toolbox set. You know, the top box has gone. I don't know where the top box has gone. The top box has gone somewhere. It's quite old. Probably got it when I was about 8 years old, and I'm in my early 30s now. So you know, we're looking at something that's probably, I don't know, what's that, more than 20 years or less, I don't know, but quite old. And inside it, I can't remember what the hell is inside it, I haven't got a clue. I do know that inside it is a load of old stuff that my dad gave me. I put it in there, but what's in there, I don't know. There could be anything, I really don't know. And I'll tell you more of the story in a minute about it. But let's just get it out, because it's been stuffed in this corner for God knows how many years. I have moved it a little bit in and out a few times to get when the crack in the floor decided to go around there. But I didn't look in there, I just moved it and moved it back. So let's get these actual stands out of the way, these cans of AdBlue out of the way, and yeah, have a look to see what's inside it. Alright, so I've just literally pulled it out of the way. Got this tin of whatever's in this tin. Might have looked in these tins before, I'm not entirely sure, but we'll have another look in them, see what's in them. This tin was on top of there, and there's some other stuff on top of the box. There's more tins on top as well. We'll have a look in the tins after we've looked inside the box, and we'll look at the stuff that was on top of the box as well after. So you can see it's had a bit of a bad life. It's been dented in. As I say, I got this when I was about I think I was around about 8 years old when I got this for Christmas or birthday or something. I used to have like a little shed at my mum and dad's house, like a little garagey sheddy thing, and they bought me a toolbox, and there was a top box that went with it. But where the top box has gone, you know, it's been through a house move, it's been through all sorts of stuff. So where the top box has gone, I genuinely can't remember where the top box has gone. But we've still got the bottom part, and what's in it, again, I have no idea. So there wasn't a padlock on it. I dare say as I start looking inside, things are going to start to come back to me. But you know, as soon as we done the what's inside the old toolboxes small mini series, I thought this might be an interesting thing to continue. And there's probably going to be things in here that I've been looking for years and have never been able to find, and they're probably going to be in here. So let's have a look. First of all, we've got ourselves a quite old looking extension lead. It's got a plug on it, which is good. It's not a very old plug either, so that must have been replaced. But the extension lead itself does look quite old and yellow, doesn't it? It's definitely an old style extension lead. I can't imagine there'll be a date on it. It says PMS there, that's the brand or the people that make it. It's a BS standard, maximum load, 13 amps, 250 volts, AC only. No date of manufacturer, 8798, whether that means anything to you lot out there that know your stuff about PMS date, PMS codes. Is there a date among that code? Maybe 1998? I wouldn't have thought 87, but you never know. Anyway, there we go. An old extension lead, that will come in handy. I didn't know that was in there. I dare say I've been looking for an extension lead and didn't even realise that was in there, but there you go. Next up, I've got a little bulb kit. I had several of these when I had my first car. I had a Citroen Saxo, and I remember buying several of these from Halfords. Has this one been opened and had any bulbs taken out of it? It looks like there was a couple of bulbs, one there and one there. These are probably, these look new. I don't think these have ever been fitted, so these are probably new bulbs. So there we go. Got a couple of new headlight bulbs. They're main and dip beam, or low beam, or whatever you call them, in one. So auto lamps, high performance upgrade bulbs. Nice. I'll be putting them in my bulb collection. I'm currently collecting bulbs because bulbs always come in handy. So next we have, what is this? What is this? New steering lock. Marina van. New steering lock, Marina van. £8 that cost. And it's a steering lock. No, it's not. It's we've got a Jubilee clip. And an AA badge. A very old AA badge. And there's some more Jubilee clips and springs in there. That is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. When I was younger, I used to go around the old cars that were in the scrapyard where, because where my dad worked, or still works, there used to be like a scrapyardy thing with like banger racing cars. And I had permission to go around and take the badges off. I had Ford badges, I had all different badges. And I would imagine this has probably come off of them. Either that or my dad give it to me. Is there a date on here? No. Automobile Association. Doesn't appear to be a date on there though. But yeah, that's brilliant. I might put that on the front of the Talbot. What do you lot think? Put in the comments, should I put this on the front of the Talbot? If I should, I will. If not, I just simply won't. But I think that would look quite nice in the front of the Talbot. Good old badge. Might give it a clean up, might not. Who knows? Anyway, box of stuff there. Oh, what else have we got? What's this up here? Oh, look. I like an old tin. I always kept tins, and I still do keep tins. This is a new tin, though. Yeah, look, best before 2016, so I must have stuffed that in there, you know, at some point, and yeah. Is there anything inside? Of course, we're in 2041 now, so, you know, that's been in there, still been in there a fair time. Good old tin, put that up there. What else have we got? Looks like this is a timing light. Have we got a timing light? Is it yes, here you go, timing light. This would come in handy, especially now that I've got the Talbot. You know, a long time ago I sold all of my cars that had, you know, distributors and all of that kind of stuff. And these days it's all electronic ignition that you can't adjust. Not to mention I've had mainly diesel cars. Oh. Well, that hasn't gone well. Is that something that's leaked in it? Or is that the actual thing itself? Oh, no, no, no. I thought the plastic had melted. But it hasn't. Something's leaked into the box, I think. And we've ended up with a bit of a drippage over it. It's leaked in the box, so it's not, I don't know, that looks hot there. Not hot now, but how would it have got hot? How could that have possibly got hot? That doesn't make any sense. That really doesn't make any sense. Anyway, we've got a timing light. It probably works, I would have thought. Looks alright to me anyway. Anyway, there we go, timing light. I'll stick that back in the box. Hopefully I won't have to test it, at least anytime soon. But at least I know now that I have got one. I won't have to go out and buy one. Because this is an old one that was given to me. Made in the UK, look. Surrey. Yeah, this is one that was it was given to me by my dad. But I did have a slightly newer one years ago that I think I bought from Halfords, and I've since given it away. So, of course, when I got rid of all the cars that had distributors and all of that, I didn't need it anymore. Now, we've got a box. What's inside this box? And what's at the back here? Oh, look. What's that? We've got a couple of these look like antifreeze testers to test your antifreeze. Yeah, they are. Look, antifreeze protection. So the idea is you stick the little tube into your radiator or into your overflow tank. you suck up a bit. I've got newer versions in the toolbox that I use today. These were perished. They probably won't do a lot today. All the rubber around it's perished. But you squeeze a little pipette top thing, and it sucks up a load of your coolant, your antifreeze, and it tells you the degrees of which it would freeze, and you know whether you need to add, not add any antifreeze or add some. This is just a different type. Oh, this is a battery tester, sorry, this one's a battery tester. So you got flat battery, half charged, full charge. British made, look. Battery tester and an antifreeze tester. I've got more brand new antifreeze testers that I still use to this day, because it's important to test your antifreeze to make sure that your water in your car is going to be okay should winter come along. And we've got a nice connector block there for electric. They always come in handy. We'll be keeping that. So we've got a tub. What's inside this tub? It looks like gaskets and thermostats. Loads of thermostats by the looks of things. I bet if there's a thermostat in here that fits in that Talbot, well, at least I've got a spare one, because I had to buy a thermostat, because when I bought that Talbot it didn't have a thermostat in it. Them people, them Italians, have been driving it around with no thermostat in it for God knows how long. So what we got a little jar full of looks like little washers, a few screws, a bolt with a nut on the end. Yeah, what kind of jar that is I don't know, but we've got a nice little jar. Got some gaskets, thermostat gaskets those are, for various thermostats I should imagine. It's a good thing these days, my dad had Minis and things and all different cars, and probably some of these probably come from my granddad, and all useful kinds of stuff. What is this? This is an S. Smith and Sons England Ltd patent pending. 11th 70. Does that mean it was 1970? I don't know. What is it? I don't know. What could that be? This obviously opens up, because it looks like you've got this holds the little lid down. Maybe we'll open that up at some point. Not right now. More thermostat gaskets. There's a thermostat for what? I don't know. What degrees does it open at? Let's have a look. What degrees? Hold on a minute. I can't see the temperature. You lot can probably see it, and you're looking at it, and you're screaming at the screen, going, "It's this temperature!" It's a Western thermostat. I can't see the temperature on it. Oh, is it that way? 96? I don't know. I can't even see the temperature on it to find out what temperature. But we've got a thermostat. Loads of, oh look, we've got some sensors. Probably temperature sensors for radiators and whatnot. I'll have to take all of these out and put them in the box, because there's a chance that these might fit the Talbot. And if I ever need a sensor, at least I can try them and see if they fit. I don't think that thermostat would fit in the Talbot though. Another thermostat down here, some more sensors, look down in there. Another thermostat. This is the 82 degrees this one. That's an 82 degrees thermostat, that one. Made in England. What's this one? Maybe this one's got the temperature down there. Oh yes, of course it has. 82. Some of them the temperature's there, but I forgot about that, to be honest with you. And some of them they say the temperature at the top here. That's what I was looking for. I'd completely forgotten that some of them have them there. In fact, you're probably going to say to me, they all have them there. But I have seen some where they're not there. So there we go. Thermostats and sensors in that one. Now let's have a look. Where should we go next? Oh, we've got a little tub. Well, it's got a gas regulator. One gas regulator and a different type of gas regulator. These look quite new. date on them, but they look quite new. So we've got 2 gas regulators. I was looking for gas regulators not so long ago. I wish I'd have known they were in there, because I wouldn't have had to go and buy a gas regulator then. And there's a nice tub. We've got a nice can of general purpose hand foam. Oh, right. General purpose hand foam. Well, that'll come in handy. I'll need that because I've got a leaky conservatory, so yeah, general purpose hand foam. Well, that'll come in handy. Does hand foam have a date on it? Made in Europe. Well, that's better than made in China. Fixture Fixings, UK. I don't know whether expanding foam has... I wonder why they call it hand foam. I don't know whether expanding foam has a date. Oh, it probably does, look. 2007. Oh no, 15. Expiry. 10/2015. Well, we're in 2042 now, so... it might work, it might not, but it'll be, you know, worth a go. So, what else have we got? Another tub. In the tub is, well, questionable things, probably. Let's have a look. Ah! There's a coil. Blimey, and some spark plugs. Well, they might come in exceptionally handy. That says 670 there. Can you see that? 670. Does that mean that that was 1970? I really don't know, but Lucas Coil, made in England. Type fluid 12 volts. Made in England. Well, this looks brand new. This looks like it's never been used. So one would assume that this would be a spare coil that would work on the Talbot if I ever needed it. And as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, put it in the comments, as long as it's got the right connections on and it's 12 volts, which it is, any coil is good. So it shouldn't matter. This is a coil, so there we go. As long as it's a good coil. And we've got some spark plugs. Look, there's some old spark plugs. Look at that. Motorcraft BF32. That is an old plug. Got a bag of plugs here. These are all brand spanking new plugs. Look, Champion plugs. Blimey. That's some kind of sensor. What that's for? Probably water or something. Motorcraft plugs. Look, brand new. Brand new plugs. Still in their boxes. Blimey. They're not... Well, they're... Look at that. That is what you want. Brand new plugs. BF32. I haven't got anything that these will currently fit in. But I've got brand new plugs. I don't know whether these would fit in the Talbot. They might even fit in the little Kia Picanto. I mean, I don't know what plug that takes off the top of my head. I can't remember. But I might have a brand new set of plugs. N9Y. That's what they are. Champion N9Y plugs. Anyway, I've got a bag of them and a load of them. And a brand new coil. So I'm happy with that. Don't know what on earth that's doing in there, but hopefully I won't have to use a coil anytime soon. This one looks like it's got a filter in it. What else is in here? It's a very light box, this one. It could be anything. I've got a filter. Looks like an oil filter of some description. Whoops. So we've got an oil filter for something. It's old days. It's probably not going to be a lot good even if you did try to use it. And we've got some clear mints. Clear mints? Pascal Man. Well, this is just obviously a bag, isn't it? It's got some screws and little grommets in, probably for windows, bits and bobs, screws, bolts, and random bits and bobs like that. So that's just a random little tub. And it looks like there's one more thing, a bit of metal and a few clips in the bottom of there. A little bit of metal, that might come in handy for something. What that would come in handy for, I don't know, but it's always handy to have a bit of galvanised metal laying around. What else we got? Pin for something, might come in handy for something. I think I'll keep that. What we got here? Another timing light, is it? Techoscope, suitable for 12-volt ignition systems. Save on garage costs and petrol bills. Made in Britain. British made again, you see. None of this made in China crap. Everything's made in everything was made in Britain back in those days. Not anymore though. Well, there we've got a random nut stuck to the bottom of it. So I've got two timing lights now. Universal HD connector allows connection between plug and lead, or distributor and lead. Good. There's probably no date. Look, made in England, love it. There's probably no date on here to say when this was made or anything, but lovely. It looks like it's quite new. Oh, look, it tells you. Calibration for pulley. Yeah, it's brand new in the box, look. They've probably never been used. So I've got an older timing light and a brand new one for ignitions. Love it. Keep them in a nice safe place in case I ever do need to use that. Probably will do at some point. Got nothing else in there. So let's move up a little bit and we have a quick look in those tins and see what we got in there. Right, so there was 3 tins, and I really genuinely, you probably don't believe me, you probably think, of course you know what's in it, but I don't. I probably will do once I open it, I'll be like, oh yeah, but at the moment I can't remember what's in any of these tins, and they were on top of the box. So let's just have a little look. This one's empty to start with, but it's a Mickey and Minnie tin. Don't know what it would have had. Oh, it would have had biscuits in it at some point, with an expiry date of October 2010. So 30 odd years ago, long time ago. We've got this random, there's a biscuit tin, look, with 681 grams, bloody hell, a lot of biscuits. An expiry date, best before the 21st of the 2nd 2008, so somewhat more time ago than this one. And in here is a collection of lighters. Oh yes, I do remember these now. This is my old collection of lighters. I've got many more stowed away up in the loft and in other things. Look, a nice England one, a card one for oh, how did it work? Oh, like that. Novelty lighters. I used to collect novelty lighters. Loved them. Loved a lighter. Christmas one, look. I don't smoke and never have, but I like lighters. This one's a fire extinguisher one, still in the box. Pair of binoculars. Another fire extinguisher. What else we got? What's that? A submarine. I've got 3 card ones, 4 card ones, loads of them are in there. What's this one? A mobile phone. Blimey, eh? Yeah, love a novelty lighter. Still do these days, you know. If I see a novelty lighter somewhere, I'll still get it. Something about them. Love them. So, yeah, more of them. I didn't know they were in this tub, though. I remember the lighters. I didn't know they were in this tin. Now I do. This is heavy. This one is quite heavy, so what's in it? I ain't got a clue. Fox's fabulously biscuit selection is what was in this tin, with an expiry date. When did they go out of date? Let's have a look. They went out of date Can you not see a date? Because I can't see a date on this one. There must be a date. I like to know how old the tin is, you see. So it gives you an idea. There'd normally be about 6 months on biscuits, I think. Something like that anyway. But I can't see a date. Maybe it's because I'm in a rush trying to find it. I don't want to waste too much of your time trying to find dates. Oh, bloody Jesus. Grinding discs and cutting discs. I was looking for cutting discs the other week. And grinding discs. I had to borrow some. Ah, well there we go, look. There's even the flappy paddle ones. Everyone loves a flappy paddle disc. Grinding discs. Cutting discs. Oh, even still in the... Oh my giddy aunt. Polishing pad holder. Right. Well, they're not going to stay in this tin. They're going to go on the shelf where I know where they are. What on earth they're doing in there, I have no idea. No idea what they're doing in there. This one's got something in it. I don't know what is it. This was a tin of party biscuits at one point. Oh, it sounds like nuts and bolts. Expiry date. When did these go out of date? Are they going to have a date on them? I don't know. They might have a date. Is there going to be a date? Don't know. 1853. We'll go with that. 1853. Oh, look. So this is just an air filter for an old lawnmower. And a load of nuts and bolts and screws and things. Jubilee clips. Yeah. So this must have been... Cool. About, let's see, about 8 or 9 years ago, no, about 7, 8 years ago, I tried to start up a little business repairing lawnmowers. Well, cut a long story short, my missus she doesn't really want us to have a business, so I had to stop doing it. So, yeah, I used to get loads of lawnmowers from auctions, repair them, make videos. The videos are still on this channel, and tried to make a little business of it. I wanted to try and do a lawnmower repair business, but like I say, she doesn't really want us to have any businesses. Oh, well, there's a best before date, the 10th of the 5th, 2014. So that's about the year that I started doing the lawnmower repair, actually. So yeah, I wanted to start a little lawnmower repair business. Hopefully, eventually get a little van, go around, repair people's ride-ons and all normal lawnmowers. But it didn't take off. So yeah, so that's that, I'm afraid. But yeah, that's about that. Now let me just quickly show you what else was on top of this box, and then yeah, we'll go from there. So the other things that were on top of the box, you've got me homemade power supply, which I never finished. The power supply and everything's still in there. The gauge has been broken, unfortunately. I never did finish it, so that's just sort of sitting there. And then we've got this. Quite a lot of you have been asking for me to fire these up again. I've only got the one left now. I did have a little collection of them at one point, but I sold them all because I needed some dollar quite a while ago, and I kept one because I liked them, and this is the one that I kept. Looks like something's happened to that. I'll have to try and bend that back into place. Looks like something's come down on it and bent it. That might work. Yeah. There's the little tray thing for it. That goes under there, like that. And you put the sawdust in there. Bit of meths, put it in. Bit of water in here. Supposed to use distilled water, I believe, so you don't get any, what's it called, lime scale. But yeah, I never did. I used to just wee in it, and no, I didn't wee in it. I just put water in it out the tap, and yeah. I have got somewhere, where they are I don't know, I've got the little metal belts that go on here, and on one of the shelves up here I've got a little press. It's a Memod press. It's in the box. It's, you know, quite old probably. Yeah, probably made in Germany or somewhere. I don't know where they made these. Is that a date on there, look? Is that a date? Don't know whether that's a date or what, but you lot about to tell me. Some of you lot are pretty crazy about the old Mammoth stuff. So I got one of them. Then up there I got like a little windmill thing, and I've got the belts, and on the back of that is a little wheel, and it goes, and the windmill goes round and round, and I used to like powering that up. So yeah, there we go, you lot. That was it wasn't intended. I didn't intend to do another what's inside this toolbox video, but I did. When I was looking underneath the bench and I see that bottom box, I still don't know. I genuinely don't know where the top box went to this day. If I find it, it'll be some interesting stuff in there, because there'll be tools that I had back when I was about 8 years old. God knows where that is now, but yeah, that's an old bottom box, and obviously some of the bits had been put in there a little bit more recently than some of the stuff is old, if that makes any sense. Like them timing lights and the badges and the extension lid and all that's quite old. Probably talking 80s and 90s there. But a lot of the other stuff, as you saw, 2008, 2010, the tins were from. But them spark plugs, they're old. They're from the 90s and 80s. They're not any earlier than, any later than that, like 2000 or nothing. I know that as a fact because I do actually kind of remember my dad giving me them tubs full of stuff when I was a kid, and they just sort of knocked around my little shed that I had at the time. I just took engines apart in, and they must have ended up in that box at some point. That's as simple as that. So yeah, thanks for joining us, you lot. I hope you enjoyed yourselves, and I'll catch you on the next one. And yeah, remember, always look after yourself, look after yourselves and your friends and anybody around you, and I'll catch you on the next one. Enjoy yourselves, you lot. Ciao for now.